Welcome back to Inside the Lunchbox. This is your boy, Chef Mac. Once again, I'm here with the best man of the world, the greatest man, the he-man of all.
Not even close. All right, this is Levi, your boy Levi coming at you. We are live today. This is a live recording.
Recording. We're going to get better at this.
Yeah.
What's going on Facebook? What's going on Instagram? And about to say RIP to TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know if TikTok's going to be around next time we record one of these, but hopefully it's still around. There's a lot of good arguments made why it should still be around. The Supreme Court is still being heard on it. So who knows? Who knows really?
Yeah, we'll see. I think they said it's going to be banned on the 19th of January.
Yeah, 19th of January.
Day before the inauguration.
Yeah.
And they also said that...
well, that's when the law can start being enforced, and then it's up to the president to enforce the law. So a lot of times when you hear about like executive orders and stuff, that's just the president ordering the different parts of government what to do.
Yeah, so do you think Trump's going to...
Well, it's really going to be up to Biden. Like if Biden bans it the 19th, then but then it's gone, and then it's off everybody's devices, and then and then Trump could always like come back and like try to like undo that. Once you screw up something like that, like once you ban something, it's hard to get it to come back.
Yeah.
So it's really up to Biden if he's going to ban it or not. I don't know. I don't know where he's at.
When I read the article,
I don't think he knows where he's at.
All right, exactly. When I read the article, it said that users that have it downloaded on their devices, they can still use it. It just won't allow any updates.
Yeah, that's something else I've heard, and that's kind of what happened with I forget what app it was, whether it was Truth Social or something. That got taken off of like the Play Store, the Google Play Store, and then it stopped allowing it to be updated after that. So then eventually the users can't use it anymore. But what I've understood is that ByteDance, the company that owns TikTok, that they'll just remove it off of all U.S. data servers. So you might still be able to have it on your phone, but will it connect? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm not super techie about all that stuff. But what happened in India? So India banned it a couple years ago.
Really?
So what happened in India is it just people went on their phones and it just wouldn't work anymore.
Huh. Yeah. Interesting. Well, I hope they don't ban TikTok. Yeah. I heard that everybody ran to this new app called Red.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Red Feather,
Red Note. Yeah.
Red Note. I couldn't even find it on my app store.
Yeah,
it was in Chinese.
It's a Chinese app. It's like their Tumblr or their Instagram.
Yeah. So we're here inside the Lunchbox. Today's episode, we're going to talk about cooking with oils and fats.
Yeah,
and how flavorful they are. I don't know, Levi. When you cook, do you use any type of cooking oils?
I just usually use like extra virgin oil. That's my go-to because it has like a low flash point, so it won't like burst into flames like a vegetable oil would.
So that would be considered a high flash point.
High flash point, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. So it has a really high flash point, so it won't like burst into flames like vegetable oil. I think I've also heard it's healthier for you than vegetable oil.
Yes, it is. That's true.
So that's what I like when I'm making whatever it is that I'm making. I'll put like a little bit of virgin olive oil in the pan. In fact, it's the only oil I keep in the house. So when my neighbor the other day, they had us over for dinner, and I forget what she was making, but she was making like sloppy joes, but like also with like fries, and she was like home making the fries, which were really good, and she didn't have any oil, so she took my last bit of olive oil, so I got to go get another bottle.
Look, I like cooking with olive oil.
Yeah,
olive oil has a very like earthy taste, so it goes well with a lot of different foods that I cook. Like if I'm cooking like a herb crusted lamb, I'll use it because it has the earthy taste to it, I guess. And it could be mild or it could be kind of strong, whatever one you extra virgin or whatever. Yeah. And a lot of people also mix oils together, like olive oil and canola oil, vegetable oil, I guess, for their cooking. But I think they call it extra virgin olive oil or Evo.
Yeah, I'm reading that. Yeah, EVOO.
Yes. Evo. We actually used that when I was in school. That's what we cooked with 90% of the time.
It's good. Yeah, I mean, humans have been squeezing olives for thousands of years. So even if you go like if you're into history like I am, you go into like ancient places like ancient Crete where we don't know hardly anything about their culture. We can't read their language, but we know that they were pressing olive oils.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like you could do so much with olive oil. Like they use it for sauteing, creating, dipping sauces,
Mm-hmm.
grilling, baking, even frying. I've never fried with olive oil. I always fried with vegetable oil. Maybe that's something I would try. Um,
I've fried a little bit with olive oil, mostly chips. It's pretty good. You got to get it really hot though.
yeah. Their flash point is right around. I think it's almost 500, 350.
Okay.
So the smoke point is 350, meaning it's not. They say here it's not the best cooking oil for high heat cooking techniques. So that's why we mixed it with another oil so we could make a higher flash point.
Yeah.
Or a higher what do you call it? Heat or high heat cooking, so we could do it with that. But it's really really good. I like olive oil.
My kid likes to make mozzarella sticks. So like I'll buy like string cheese and he'll bread it and he'll put it in a pan of oil and fry them. That's how he makes mozzarella sticks at home.
Yeah.
He really likes doing that a lot. So I buy extra virgin olive oil specifically for that.
So
Even though you're not supposed to be like frying things in it because it's not supposed to be, it doesn't get really really hot. But for me, it's safer that way.
have you noticed that a lot of the olive oils are always in a dark container?
Yeah, what's with that? Is that like a beer thing where it doesn't let the UV rays come in?
Yes,
and tear it apart?
exactly. They put it in a dark canister because of the UV rays. I'm not familiar what it actually does to it, but it messes with the oil.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So they keep it kind of in a dark bottle. Mostly all oils except for like all that canola oil and vegetable oil, but mostly all the other oils, they're kind of like a tinted bottle.
Yeah.
To protect it and preserve it and stuff like that. You have light virgin olive oil as well. You have your extra virgin, then you have your light olive oil, which is flash point of that bad boy is 470 degrees.
Wow. That's almost the burn point of paper.
Yeah. So with that being said, a lot of culinary teams or a lot of culinary field industry, this is what we actually use for flavoring and natural flavors. And look, with your virgin olive oil, man, you could actually flavor that. Like if you take your oil and you put it on maybe like 190 degrees your oven, and you put like your herb, whatever type of herb you want, whatever garlic, thyme, rosemary, and you sit up there and you can let that simmer like for 10 hours, like in your oven. Those oils become they take on the flavor of the herbs that you put inside the oil. So if you know that you like cooking with rosemary and garlic or whatever it is that you like to cook with, you could infuse it. So when you get done infusing it, you could just cook with it, and guess what? Now your food tastes just like your garlic and your rosemary or whatever you infuse it with.
Because I know you can use olive oil as like a salad dressing. So like you could like infuse it with different flavors and then put it on a salad.
Yeah, and you can make add some acidity to it. You can make a vinaigrette.
Oh, okay.
And then you can also add like fruits to it, or make like a raspberry vinaigrette or pineapple vinaigrette. Add some lime, and a lot of people, they use like lemon juice, lime juice, to do the vinaigrette, which is great, man. Like homemade vinaigrette with a little bit of salt and pepper, and it's amazing, man. All right, so canola oil. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of canola oil. Canola. If I have to use oil, I normally use vegetable oil. Canola oil, it's pretty much the same thing. Just one is vegetable oil, and the other, I think, is like animal fat per se. Their smoke point is 400 degrees. It's the most used oil. I'm just going to say here in the U.S.
Yeah.
I don't know about other countries, but I know here in the U.S., canola oil and vegetable oil is very inexpensive.
Isn't it made of corn? It's a corn-based
corn.
product.
Corn, yes. I'm sorry. Canola oil is the corn.
Yeah, that makes sense because corn is like one of the top. The U.S. has massive amounts of farmland, and corn is one of the top things we grow.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
So yeah, if you guys have canola oil or vegetable oil, that's what you use on a more healthier side. Try your olive oil, or even you could try your avocado oil, Old avocado oil. Avocado oil.
Oh wow, that has a really high flash point.
Yeah, it's five. According to this, it's 520 degrees, plus or minus 10.
Right.
I wouldn't. I just don't suggest to try it, but I can say the common mistake that people make when they're cooking is they put cold food in a cold pan, and they put cold oil in a cold pan. So the proper way to do it. So a lot of us, we buy those nonstick pans, right? Well, if you do this process right, your food won't stick to your pan,
right?
No matter what type of pan you have. So you heat your pan up first, let it get nice and hot. Then you take your oil, add it to your pan, and once it starts smoking, then you add your food in there. That prevents your food from sticking.
Right.
Now, when you're frying your food, or when you're sauteing your vegetables, or when you're putting your meat inside the pan, the first couple of seconds, maybe a minute or two, it's going to stick because that's the natural Maillard reaction of your meats if you use meats. And then it's going to release. Once it releases, that lets you know that you can flip your meat, or it's ready to be flipped, or it's ready to be turned. So, so try that, man. Try that one day, guys, where don't pick cold food in a cold pan. Heat your pan up first, let it get nice and hot, and add your oil to that. So real quick, do you know any countries that are like known for oils?
I mean, when I was deployed to like Greece. We made a bunch of stops in Greece. So yeah, olive oil.
Olive oil? Yeah, olive oil.
That was a big thing there. Not to be stereotypical, but that's where olive trees grow.
Yeah, that's true. They use a lot. They use a lot of oil, a lot of olive oil there with all their salads and. Oh man, I love Greek food. Man.
Yeah, and same thing in the Levant. You know, olive trees have been a staple of like the Palestine and Israel and Lebanon and those areas in the Levant. They've been a staple there for thousands of years. So when I was in Israel, yeah, we had olive oil.
All right, so almond oil. Almond oil can be either refined or cold pressed. Almond oil is best for dressings and dips. Refined almond oil has a smoke point of 430 degrees Fahrenheit.
That just seems like a waste of almonds. I don't know. I've never tried it, so I don't know.
I've never tried it.
When they say refined, refined means that like they warm it and they also add things to it to get the oil out, whereas cold press means they just squeeze it and the oil comes out.
Nice.
That's what they were saying earlier. Like olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, EVU, that's just cold pressed. They just take the olives and they squeeze them really hard, and that's where the oil comes from.
See,
whereas other vegetables, there's a whole process to it, kind of like refining petroleum. There's a whole process to it.
Chef Levi, Chef Rex over here, making it do what it do.
Historian, really.
So I'm looking at this almond oil, and I'm like, dude, it has to really be a lot of almonds.
Yeah,
wasted.
And almonds are great. But I remember reading recently, like the increase in demand for almonds because of like almond butter and almond milk and all these like byproducts of almonds. Almonds take a ridiculous amount of water to grow, like twice what other crops will take. Almond trees, you have to constantly keep them wet, and they drink so much water to grow these almonds. And because they're so popular and there's such a huge demand for them, but the almonds only grow in a few places. So in a place like California where almonds grow, they're just sucking up all the water to continue with the almond products. So that's part of, I'm not saying that's why California's in a drought, but part of the reason why California has these droughts is because it has very fertile soil and things can grow in California that you can't grow in Oklahoma or Indiana or Texas or Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Like almonds. So a lot of the water that would normally end up in reservoirs or end up going to almond trees.
Oh, nice. So just kind of off topic. Do you remember a guy named Nostradamus?
Yeah.
So he kind of predicted, it is so far-fetched, predicted that the state of California is going to float away into the ocean. And the reason why is because that land is under so much, or on top of so much water. And if that's true, how come they're always in the drought?
Well, I mean, first of all, California is not underwater. You don't have much water under it.
Land is on top of water.
But it's just changing weather patterns is one of them. Over agriculture, So there used to be like this massive lake in the middle of California. Well, it's gone because they drained all the water out of the lake to feed their crops.
Oh wow.
Just lack of snow. Because just when the jet stream is what brings California their weather.
Yeah.
It's moved higher and higher north. So it's more going over Washington and Oregon, dumping rain on them that was supposed to go to California. And just warmer summers where you're not getting the big snow cap on top of the Sierra Nevadas. Most of the water that they use in California comes from the mountains. The Sierra Nevadas get a bunch of snow built up on top of them, and then that creates water reservoirs that then they use. Well, there's been years where they've had zero snow on those mountains because of warmer winters.
I used to live in California. I remember going up to Big Bear when it was cold. It was over there. I don't remember how far it is from Barstow. All I know is that I lived in Barstow and we went to Big Bear mountains, and it was nice. The bit that I do remember. So, coconut oil. Coconut oil. Interesting. All right, so you can find coconut oil in refined or unrefined versions, much like olive oil. Unrefined or virgin coconut oil has a lower smoke point of 350 degrees Fahrenheit and a stronger flavor. Refined coconut oil is better for high temperatures, which smoke point is about 450.
Well, it's because they mix things into it to make it refined.
Okay. And it has a lighter flavor. This oil is popular butter substitution for baking and well as Thai and Indian dishes. This is so true. I know we use coconut milk when we're making curry. Just like I made curry the other day. Well, a while back, it had coconut milk in it, and oh my God, it just does it justice.
Yeah.
Another thing that coconut oil is real good if mix it with, I know my friend has eczema, and they use coconut oil on their skin, and it's supposed to help real good with eczema.
Yeah, I mean, you came to my house one time and caught me using coconut butter. So.
Whoa, sir, whoa.
No, you did.
Really?
No, you gave me a bunch of grief about it.
I did?
Yeah, when you were helping Tiffany move me out of my house, you called me on the phone.
You did. Yeah, you
and gave me an earful about the coconut butter.
Yeah, he had coconut butter. Yeah, I remember that coconut butter. With cooking,
it's good for the skin. What can I say? It's good for the skin.
Yeah, it's really good for the skin. Yeah. I think one of the most healthiest things, or the most healthiest fats in this category, is avocado oil.
Yeah,
it's really good for your heart. Really good for your blood. I really like avocado oil. I don't use avocado oil, unfortunately. Maybe I should start using it. But if your recipe calls for vegetable oil, but you like to increase the nutritional value of your dish, give avocado oil a try. It has plenty of good
monounsaturated fats.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Plus, with a high smoke point of 520. Now, what that means by smoke point, people, that means it's going to start smoking around that temperature. And then after your smoke point, you have a flash point where it'll probably catch on fire. Right? So smoke point is good. When refined up to 480, when you can use it for just about anything. Frying, but you can use it for anything. The same as any other oil. Very flavorful. If you don't like avocado oil, stick with your vegetable oil or your olive oil.
I might need to try that sometime. I might need to get some avocado oil. That's not something I would have ever thought of, though, that they would. I guess at this point they're going to squeeze oil out of anything.
Exactly. All right, so this
is something that my dad used to use a lot, sesame oil.
See, I only use sesame seed oil for just flavoring in my noodles, or if I'm making some type of Asian dish.
Yeah.
I use vegetable oil. Sometimes I even season when I'm making Asian cuisine, I marinate my meat in sesame seed oil. Yeah. So you got sesame oil is a common choice for Asian, Mediterranean, and Middle Eastern dishes. However, it's versatile enough to use for just about anything, really, due to the neutral, holy crap, taste and smoke point of 410. It's often common substitute for olive oil.
Yeah,
with its health benefits such as
monounsaturated fats and antioxidants. So, my dad had a lot of really weird things about food. Like he had like weird like reactions to food and stuff. Not really like allergies. Um, so one of the things he had like a really bad reaction to a lot was oil, like vegetable oil, olive oil, things like that. So he would use sesame oil.
Sesame oil.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you could pretty much fry sesame oil.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I didn't think that was. I didn't really know that the flash point was 410.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Well, I didn't know it until I started doing research on it.
Yeah. Rapeseed oil. Yeah, my mom used that.
Now this is what I use.
Yeah. Oh, that's not right. I'm sorry, not my mom. You, because you sent me out for it one time.
Yeah, I use grapeseed oil.
Yeah.
Mix your next sauteed and fried dish with grapeseed oil, or add some of your marinade grape seeds in a neutral oil that comes from winemaking. It has a smoke point of 390, so it's best for medium cooking and temperatures. This is what I use.
Yeah.
I think I have a bottle over there now that I actually used today. I don't know why. I always thought grapeseed oil was good and tastes well, but I think I'm actually going to start trying avocado oil.
Yeah.
But I don't cook in really high heats like that. Like I'm not making like Asian style food where I gotta have a smoke point of 500, and I'm cooking inside a what's that Asian pan called again?
The wok.
The wok. Do the wok. So grapeseed oil.
Well, I mean, I think they said that avocado oil has like more flavor to it, whereas the grapeseed oil is a neutral oil.
Yeah, it's a neutral oil.
So,
all right, so everybody, peanut oil.
now that stuff's flammable. It is.
Ask all the people that fry turkeys.
Yeah,
they do it every year.
They do it in peanut oil.
They do it. I don't understand. Maybe so. I never understood why it has to be peanut oil.
I don't know.
Maybe because the flat.
Probably price. At that point, you got to be talking price, right?
Yeah.
Because grapeseed oil is quite a bit more expensive than I think like olive oil, which is quite a bit more expensive than vegetable oil. Yeah. I think peanut oil, because you just got to imagine how many peanuts this country grows. I think it just has to be a price thing, right? Maybe. I don't know. I've never fried a turkey.
So it says, love to create Asian dishes. Want to fry up some chicken? Yeah. I'm going to start frying chicken in peanut oil. Grab
I want a TikTok of it when you bring your house down.
Grab the peanut oil. This refined oil has a high smoke point of 450 and works great for large batch frying.
That must be it. Maybe it distributes the temperature better than say olive oil would.
The unrefined version has a much lower smoke point, 320, and is more commonly used in dressings and marinades. The overall flavor is neutral and nutty.
Yeah.
To prevent last night's fried chicken from ruining today's breakfast, follow these simple yet effective tips for getting. Yeah. So I'm guessing right here this is the reason why they use peanut oil for turkey.
Yeah.
Where it says for large fried in large batches.
Yeah.
Maybe because the turkey is so massive.
It's so big and you got to boil so much of it. Yeah. I would imagine that the time and plus the energy it's going to take to get some of these other oils to that level of a boiling point is just ridiculous. Yeah. But it's also incredibly flammable. So.
Yep. So ghee. Do you know what ghee is, first of all?
No, but I would imagine it comes from India. Just the name.
Okay, so the word ghee comes from India.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. It's an Indian word. Yeah. But the Americans or French, they call it clarified butter.
Oh.
That's all it is, clarified butter.
Huh.
It is the best tasting crap ever.
Is it really?
Oh my God. You could use some clarified butter. It's like heaven. That's like right next to duck fat.
I've had duck. Duck's good.
Yeah. So ghee is clarified butter. What you do, you melt your butter and you separate the fats from the butter, and therefore now you have clarified butter. The next one says ghee. The next one isn't exactly an oil, but it's still worth adding to the list to try ghee or clarified butter from India. The process of making ghee works by melting the butter to separate the liquids fats from the milk solids. The milk solids are then removed. Ghee is a good choice of baking, roasting, and sauteing. It has a slightly nutty flavor. So the reason why butter burns so fast is because of the fats that's in it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So once you take those fats out of it, the flash point of that butter goes up. So we actually used to mix the clarified butter or the ghee with other oils to make a higher flash point for that. So you'll see sometimes people throw butter in there with their oil.
Right.
So it won't burn the butter as fast.
Oh, okay.
And that's when they start basting their steak and stuff like that with it. But yeah, so there's this dish called palm Anna or palm dauphine. It uses clarified butter. Even Eggs Benedict uses clarified butter. It's the flavor is beyond remarkable. I definitely suggest you guys at least try clarified butter. Yeah, I know it's a little bit of a process, but definitely try clarified butter. And there's a lot of oils out here, people. You got
flaxseed oil.
Flaxseed oil. Yeah. You got hazelnut oil. You got hemp seed. Now lard. Let's talk about this old lard. If I'm not mistaken, lard is just fat, right?
Yeah, it's straight fat.
Just straight old fat, right? Yeah. Just right on your look. I could tell you right now, La Palma's Tacos over here in Conroe, they cook their corn tortillas in lard. That's the reason why it tastes so freaking good, because they cook that crap in lard. So when you eat one taco, man, you just feel your heart just like slowly beating. But then you got macadamia nut oil. It says the flash point is 390. I've never seen a macadamia nut oil. What is this right here? It says max cooking heat, low. So I guess it's not good for like really high.
Well, look how low its flash point is.
Yeah, it's 390. So you want to definitely be careful with that if you're going to use that. We already talked about your olive oil, palm oil. I've heard people cook with palm oil. Rice bran oil. I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is?
Maybe they squeeze it out of rice. I don't know.
Let's see. Let us look it up. Look up rice bran oil. What does this say? Can you read that?
Yeah, rice bran oil is the oil extracted from the hard outer brown layer of rice called bran. Okay. It is known for its high smoke point of 232 Celsius, or that would be like 490 Fahrenheit, and a mild flavor, making it suitable for high temperature cooking methods such as stir frying, deep frying. It's popular cooking oil in East Asia, the Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia, including India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Japan, southern China, and Malaysia. I mean, it makes sense. Rice grows there, so
yeah. Shortening vegetable oil that looks just like lard. They can make it look just like lard, solid. Shortening. Shortening. Soybean oil. Isn't soybean like made, like man-made?
Probably. I mean, most of the foods we eat are man-made. You got to think like corn. Corn did not grow up in the wild. No, corn is grass. They crossbred different types of grass to make them bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until they eventually created corn out of it. Corn is a grass stalk.
So is that popcorn?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's grass. You're eating thousands of years of crossbreeding different types of grass to create corn.
So, okay. So vegetable oil and
what's a type of grass?
Walnut oil. Didn't know anything about walnut oil.
Oh, yeah, walnut oil. That's something I remember. My parents used a lot of different oil types. I remember just asking about them, but they were like, "Oh yeah, these ones do this, these ones do that."
Yeah. So look, when it doesn't matter. I suggest try different oils with flavoring your food. If you want to try a cuisine from a different country, see what type of oils they use and try to be close as authentic as possible with these oils. Be very careful. Some has higher flash points than others, or lower flash points than others. So therefore, you have to make sure you're watching it. because you do not want to have any type of oil fire.
No, you don't want any type of oil fire.
Definitely. I cook on when I cook on extremely high heat. Most home cooks, they cook at a medium high, medium low heat. And if you're on any type of health kick, definitely use your avocado oils. Anything that's more like anything but animal fat, should I say? And I guess like man-made or processed.
Yeah, so your mono unsaturated fats, or those are going to be like your healthiest ones, because it's unsaturated fat is one type, right? So that's going to be like your almond oil, your avocado oil, your olive oil. Yeah, that's safer to have things like that. But those are because my dad, like I said, my dad had this weird thing where like if he ate different types of like fatty anything at all, his body just wouldn't process it, and he'd be in pain the next day. I don't know what his disease was. He always said it was lupus, but the doctors were always like, "No, you don't have lupus." But he thought it was. So that's why I knew about like walnut oil and things like that, is because those are the different types of oils he could use to cook, because he could not have like vegetable oil or anything like that. Way too much like saturated fats, and then those saturated fats would like eat up his immune system, which would attack his joints.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it's healthier. It's more expensive, but it's healthier.
So. I guess.
Oh, we got comments. Oh, Darlene. Hey, my future mother-in-law.
Oh, what did we say? What did they say?
Yeah. So, no, Darlene said, hey, son-in-law. Then she talked about they empty the reservoirs, the California drought we were talking about.
Can we put any of these comments on the screen? Let's see.
I don't know that we can.
Yeah, let's see. Do we have any questions?
Yeah, you can hit show. Guy's amazing. Hey, Monica, how are you?
We got Liz.
Yeah, my family's in here. Well, my fiance's family, my family at this point. We spent Christmas. We spent Christmas together. We're family at this point.
So what? So Darlene, what do you mean by the emptying reservoirs?
She was talking about when we were talking about California with the avocados.
There you go, Darlene. Look, your beautiful face is on the screen.
But yeah, so I'm a geek, so I study these things, like changing weather patterns and stuff like that. But yeah, basically, the reservoirs in California keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller because there's not enough rain, there's not enough snow to refill them. But at the same time, they don't want to, stop irrigating all the crops because California grows a massive amount of food.
Yeah. Hey, Auntie, what's going on?
The same thing with the Colorado River, right? So when you talk about like Hoover Dam, the reservoir behind it, I forget the name of the lake. But that lake is at its lowest level it's ever been since they built the dam, because the Colorado River is not getting enough snow from the Rockies to keep the reservoir filled, but they're still using the Colorado River to irrigate crops in California.
Okay. It says, so is this is he referring to the same thing here? True, where I live, the water was cold. Not sure what she meant by that.
Yeah. Maybe sorry, we weren't paying attention to the chat because we were reading things about all these different types of oils. We weren't ignoring you guys.
Yeah, we're going back, seeing if you guys have any questions. I appreciate you guys tuning in. That is awesome.
Yeah.
They empty the reservoirs.
You've never had fried turkey? I didn't say that. I said I've never fried a turkey. I've had fried turkey once. I had a roommate that made a turkey, and he just made it in the backyard. A deep fried turkey. I've never deep fried a turkey because I know what fire is and I don't want it near me.
Look, so I had a fried turkey before, and I want to say that fried turkey is not. I will eat it.
Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah.
But it's not my cup of tea.
Isn't Turk Dunkin' fried?
Turducken? Well, you talking about the turkey inside?
Yeah, the turkey inside the chicken, inside the duck. Inside the turkey.
They do that?
That's a real thing. Aren't those fried?
I thought it was baked.
Maybe it's baked.
Hey, so real quick, Darlene, if you're still out there, hey, that turducken, is that fried?
Turk Dunkin'. I thought they were fried. I thought you put the chicken inside the duck, and then you put the duck inside the turkey, and then you deep fry it.
That's a lot of fat.
I've been to someone's house and they served Turk Dunkin', and it was really good. I thought it was a fried thing. Maybe it's
I don't
baked.
know.
Maybe they bake them.
I could say in the black community, we don't use turducken. I don't even think.
It's a Louisiana thing.
Hey, Monica, have you ever heard of I mean, I heard of it, but have you ever had it turducken, where it's chicken, turkey, and a duck? I think you put the chicken in the duck.
Yeah.
And the duck in the turkey.
Right.
And you sew it up, and you.
I don't know if you sew it up. I don't know.
Well, you got to do. Well, so look, I was watching this video. This lady playing a little trick on her son for Thanksgiving, and she told her son to go clean the turkey, and she's videotaping him cleaning this turkey, and she's like, all right, you got to get the stuff that's in the inside, you got to get it out, right? So he's like, all right, so he sticks his hand inside the cavity of the turkey, and he pulls out like the giblets stuff, that he pulls out the neck, and he looks at it, he's like, it's a turkey penis. And he's like, his mom is dying laughing. He's like, you have a turkey penis in your hand.
No, it's not.
It's not. that is funny. And I watched another one where another girl, they put a Cornish hen inside the turkey, and she pulled it out, and her mom told her, she said, we killed the baby turkey.
Oh,
and she was like, "Oh my God, it's a baby! We murdered the baby turkey."
Nah, that works.
And I was like, "Did anybody tell her that it doesn't happen that way?"
It's not how that works.
Man, I don't know. That's not how that works.
No.
I don't know. So we had any more comments out there that
this whole time I could have been watching the comments from my phone, and I just wasn't.
I was looking at your phone. I was like,
we've never. I mean, it's been a while since we've had Facebook comments while we are recording.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my bad, Darlene. I'll hit you up later and be like, "Yo."
Hey, maybe we could get you on the show one day, Darlene.
Oh, Darlene's a great cook. Darlene's a good cook. Her entire family's a good cook.
Hey, I heard that they were fighting over your food for Thanksgiving
and Christmas.
And Christmas.
Yeah, no, I was eating good. I was eating I was eating good. I think I gained all of 5 pounds over the holidays, all the good food I was taking home.
Let's see. I guess that's it, man.
Yeah. Do we have a recipe of the episode?
So we have a recipe of the day. Of the episode, oils. What I would say is you can use any type of oil to make a salad dressing. You add your acidity to it. You can make any type of vinaigrette. Or you can also make a marinade. I would suggest using the oils for marinades and stuff.
Now to make the vinaigrette, you got to make that in the oven. That's what you're talking about, right?
No, you could do.
You mix it on on the countertop?
Yeah, you could get you a bowl, put you some olive oil on there, get you some lemon juice, salt, pepper, and mix that vinaigrette.
Really?
Just that simple. Vinaigrette's easy. So here's the thing: mayonnaise. You make mayonnaise with vegetable oil, Dijon mustard, an egg. So, and you emulsify. Emulsify is taking 2 liquids that don't mix well together, and you emulsify them to make them bind together. So you have your olive, you have your oil, and you have your egg, and you have your lime juice, and your egg is your binder, and your Dijon mustard. And if you mix it really well, you will make mayonnaise. Now, here's the thing. The mayonnaise that we get in the store, if you notice, is white.
Right.
That is processed, no good crap. Real mayonnaise has a orange tint to it because of the mustard or the Dijon. You cannot make a mayonnaise without Dijon mustard. You can't do it. And then once you make your mayonnaise with your oils, you can start going into your aiolis, adding your garlic or your chipotle or your rosemary or anything like that. You start making your aiolis. Aiolis is nothing but a flavored mayonnaise. I'm not a big plain mayonnaise person. I can't stand it. But I could do aiolis. I don't know why. So, yeah, definitely recipe of the day. Make yourself some vinaigrette. Try making you some mayonnaise. If you can make mayonnaise successfully, hit us up. Definitely check us out on our social media site and let us know what you think on trying to make your own emulsified mayonnaise. Yeah, that's not the easiest thing to make.
All
so,
right.
We got anything else, Levi? Mr. Rex?
No, that's it. Just
Lord
be good,
Rex.
be good to each other out there. You
Be
know?
safe.
I think it's supposed to snow next week here in Southeast Texas. Yeah,
In Conroe, it's going to snow?
it's what the weather app's predicting right now. I don't know if it's going to be the same. But if it does get cold here again, like we just had a big freeze last weekend, right? Last week.
Yeah.
If we have another big freeze, just be careful out there. Be careful on those roads. I know it's snowing across most of the country right now, or it was recently. I mean, by the time this episode goes up, it might be gone. So just be careful out there. Be good to each other. Don't get any unnecessary car accidents during this winter storm.
Yo. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. This episode audio will be out on Tuesday, but you still check out the live video anytime from here on out. Definitely tune in to all the platforms, download it, like it, subscribe, let us know what you think. And today I would challenge you guys to go home. This new science project is make mayonnaise. See if you can do it. It's really hard. It's really difficult, actually. It's not the easiest thing to make. All right, so I love you guys. We're out. Rex.
All right. Peace out.
You're awesome, bro. Thank you for doing everything. Chunk up the deuce.
Be good.
All right, buddy. All right, love you guys. You guys be safe out there. Let's go.
See y'all next time.